Yo, Kingdom of Boxing. I'm back, man, I'm back. Not been active, but we're still out here, man. Listen to me though. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, the trilogy is going down this Saturday. We're all looking forward to it. This fight, everybody's still split 50-50 on who's going to win. And to be honest with you, that's fair, because no matter what happened in the first fight, no matter what happened in the second fight, anything can happen in the third fight, right? Deontay Wilder could still knock out Tyson Fury. Simple. Deontay Wilder could get a TKO maybe. Also, Tyson Fury could beat Deontay Wilder like he did last time, or he could try and outbox him like he did the time before, right? So this fight can go lots of different ways. Maybe the only thing I don't see happening is Deontay Wilder outboxing Tyson Fury, unless he scores a few knockdowns and gets a few rounds, you know what I'm saying? Gets Tyson Fury hurt and beats him up for a few rounds where Tyson Fury's out of his legs, and he can win some rounds like that. So in my opinion, how does Deontay Wilder win this trilogy? Because we know Tyson Fury's got a lot of styles, a lot of tools to bring to the table, and Deontay Wilder is pretty limited. So what can Deontay Wilder do? Even though Deontay Wilder is pretty limited, he does have that right hand, right? And he does have a nice fast jab as well. Firstly, I hope Deontay Wilder has been working on his legs and not so much on his top half. I feel like he loses a bit of speed and power when he goes to like 235 or some shit. Whatever he weighed in his last fight. I felt like his speed wasn't there and his power wasn't there. As we've seen, Tyson Fury caught a couple of clean ones. Not absolutely flush, but just about. Should have caused a little bit more damage than it did, you know what I'm saying? We expected it to. Now, if I was Deontay Wilder, my game plan would be strictly body. Let's get to the fucking body on this big fat man. He's huge, right? He's taller than me. He's got a huge body. It's there to be hit all night. Let's break the body down for the first 3 or 4 rounds. Even if you see that perfect shot, don't go for it, because we know Tyson Fury is very good at avoiding that straight right hand, because he knows that's all that Deontay Wilder is throwing. But if he dedicated the first 3 or 4 rounds to the body and totally gets Tyson Fury to take his eye off that straight right hand to the head, then he's got a great chance of catching Tyson Fury with that straight right hand when he's not expecting it and putting him out. That's how Deontay Wilder wins, in my opinion. There's obviously a few other things he can do. But I don't know if it's going to be successful. I feel like that's the only thing that's going to be successful, because Tyson Fury is the bigger man. What'd you do to the bigger man? Even if he was doing a bit of like Mike Tyson type of thing, like we have seen Malik Scott working on the bodywork as well, and that is a very dangerous tactic against Tyson Fury. In my opinion, enough fighters do not go to Tyson Fury's body. So that's how Deontay Wilder wins, in my opinion. Now, as far as Tyson Fury, how does he win this fight? Firstly, how do I think he's going to come into this fight, and how's he going to try and fight? I think he's going to try and come in, keep it long for a while, work off the jab, soften Deontay Wilder up, and towards round 3 or 4, he's going to start getting closer and smothering Deontay Wilder's right hand, the straight right hand. As soon as he's too close for Deontay Wilder to load up that right hand, Deontay Wilder is going to be on the back foot, looking for that space. And Tyson Fury, we know, is really good at pushing your back onto the back foot and capitalizing on your foot work, or when you're moving around the ring, opportunities that you give Tyson Fury. For example, when he was pivoting and stuff like that, he wasn't in a position to punch, he was just pivoting and he was getting caught and stuff like that. So that's what Tyson Fury can do. he will actually make you make mistakes and make you pay for him. So he's very dangerous, very, very dangerous. So Tyson Fury, in my opinion, he just needs to keep it long, go back to that jab like he did in the first round, and snap that head back. He's a smaller man. Don't let him get too close. It's either don't let him get too close or don't let him get too far away. Keep him in that range where you're either smothering his right hand or you're too far away for him to get you. You get me? And you can do that because you do have the reach and height advantage. As we've seen in the second fight, Deontay Wilder barely touching Tyson Fury at the end of his punch. Like, if Tyson Fury was a couple of inches closer to Deontay Wilder on some of them right hands, it would have done a lot more damage, if you know what I'm saying. But he wasn't. He was just pulling out just in time, so he was seeing the right hands. He was seeing everything that's coming. But as long as Deontay Wilder, I don't know. But look, let me just get into my prediction. Like I'm saying, fuck this. Like I'm saying, look, for Deontay Wilder to win, he's got to break Tyson Fury down, slow the bigger man down to the body, and that will not only slow Tyson Fury down and make him easier to hit, but also take his eye off the right hand to the chin, which Deontay Wilder needs desperately in this fight to beat Tyson Fury, to knock him out like he promised everybody, and that's what he's got to do. Now, as far as Tyson Fury, I'm saying he's not to focus too much on the body, but focus on the range, either too far away from Deontay Wilder or too close for Deontay Wilder's straight right hand to be full power on it. You know what I'm saying? To get the full range on it. So that's what Tyson Fury needs to do. And when he's there, when he's smothered Deontay Wilder's right hand, go to work. Put your weight on him like he did last time. Rag him around, go to his body. Show him you're the bigger man, push him back. Catch him with dirty shots on the inside, rough him up, rag him up. Don't be and that's one thing I love about Tyson Fury. He's not an AJ. Like, AJ was too soft in that last fight, and we've seen what happened to him. Playing soft and playing scared and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't realise that offense is as defense, like I'm saying, and that's what Tyson Fury is great at. They're using offense as defense. Not only has he got great head movement and great footwork, but he can work on the inside, and that's where offense from offense to defense comes. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I'm saying, with Tyson Fury smoothing that right hand, getting in there close, working on the inside, it's offensive, right? You can't say that's defensive unless he's hugging, unless he's trying to hold. That's defensive. But if he's in there working on the inside, smothered Deontay Wilder's right hand, so he's turning offense to defense. So, because he's better off, he's safer there. Do you know what I'm saying? Than being in range for that straight right hand. Now, I think I'm going into it too much. My prediction. Let's get into the prediction, man. Fuck it. I'm still going with Tyson Fury. I feel like Tyson Fury, even though Tyson Fury's been going through a lot, and I don't feel like he's 100% for this fight. I really feel like mentally he's not there. I don't think he's in shape. I don't think he's been training properly. We know he's had a lot of problems outside the ring with family issues. I don't want to talk about it. That's his business. You know what I'm saying? But we know it's been going on. Also, I've seen a couple of clips of Tyson for the workout. I didn't really like the shape of him. And at the same time, Deontay Wilder really looks up for this fight. He wants revenge. He's never felt so much embarrassment and so much willingness of wanting to hurt somebody so much. He hates this man and he wants to do everything to get this back. And at the same time, Tyson Fury might be thinking, oh, last time I smashed him, I'll smash him this time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to take this too serious. Who is he? I beat him already twice. That's what Tyson Fury is saying, innit? So this could change the whole game, just that little mindset. And not only that, but Tyson Fury hasn't got his greatest advantage, in my opinion. In my opinion, Tyson Fury's greatest advantage is getting into the opponent's mind with the press conferences. being in their presence and letting them know, making them feel like, look, I'm here, you know what I'm saying, I don't care about you, you're nobody, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what he does in his press conference, getting in Tyson Fury's, Deontay Wilder's face and sizing him up and messing about with him. Oh, he did it with David Hay, did it with Klitschko, do you know what I'm saying? So, and in my opinion, that's one of Tyson Fury's biggest assets, one of his best game plans. It's natural, do you know what I mean? He doesn't go out and say, alright, I'm going to get in this guy's head, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and that's how I'm going to break him down, do you know what I'm saying? No, it's just natural. Your presence, when you're an alpha male, it's all about taking control of that room, who can outspeak somebody, who can feel the best, you know what I'm saying? It's just about, you alpha male should know what it's like. When you're an alpha male, another alpha male walks in the room and there's that tension. And who can take over this shit, you get me? It's like one of them. It don't necessarily mean you have to fight to take over, but mentally, like, you start getting the girls, or you start getting better, or you're making the girls laugh more, you're making the man them laugh more, or you look better, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? All types of shit. Or you got more money. I'm getting carried away with this. Where are we at? Oh, it's only 11 minutes, man. That's not bad. But like I was saying, I think Tyson Fury should win this fight, even though he hasn't been. I don't feel like he's on his A game. I feel he still has enough to beat Deontay Wilder, and simply because Deontay Wilder lacks in leg. His legs, the power in his legs is just not enough for somebody like Tyson Fury to be mauling on you and stuff like that. To go 12 rounds, it's not a joke. Have a fight in the street. After 30 seconds, you're gone. Imagine fighting like that for 36 minutes with this massive giant. Deontay Wilder's legs won't last 12 rounds on Tyson Fury, the way he was fighting in the second fight, right? You could see that. So, I feel like Tyson Fury will work really. I think Tyson Fury will have some problems with Deontay Wilder. I feel like Deontay Wilder will have a better fight this fight. He will do better. I think this fight might go to the 10th. I feel like Tyson Fury will stop Deontay Wilder in the 10th. The referee will stop it because Deontay Wilder's corner won't stop it. The referee will step in, and Deontay Wilder's legs will just be gone. He'd just be so tired, so shattered. He would have tried his best. Do you know what I'm saying? But Tyson Fury always has that extra gear. He's a 15-round fighter, and he's a giant. So he's going to be well more energized than that Deontay Wilder, because he'll be sapping Deontay Wilder to energy a lot more than Deontay Wilder can sap Tyson Fury's energy, right? So that's a big factor, the stamina. Stamina is everything in a fight, really, unless there's early knockouts. After 6 rounds, it's all about stamina. Don't be surprised if Deontay Wilder knocks Tyson Fury out. Do not be surprised, people. I won't be. I'm a huge Tyson Fury fan. I'm supporting Tyson Fury to win this one, and I'm worried. I'll be honest with you, I'm worried for Tyson Fury in this fight. Me right now, I would not bet money on this fight. This is too much of a risky fight to put money on it. Nobody should be betting money on this fight. The odds are not good enough, right? The odds are not good enough. It's 50-50. You'd be silly. Anybody can win this fight. Anybody. You man, let me know in the comment section, what do you think is going to happen in this fight? Do you think Deontay Wilder's training's been working? Do you think he's going to go back to the old Deontay Wilder once he sees Tyson Fury on the other side of that ring running at him with his big old self? What do you reckon? Or do you reckon Tyson Fury's still got enough to beat this guy? Or do you reckon Tyson Fury's actually playing mind games, pretending that he's not on job, when in fact he's training like a Trojan, like he says? Do you know what I'm saying? So you man, let me know what you think. Also, who you got? You got Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury? Are you looking forward to this fight more than you was AJ Usyk? Let me know on that. Now, I want to talk about that a little bit. I know this is Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury prediction, but I've not been active, and I could have dropped a video on AJ versus Usyk prediction, but in my humble opinion, I actually thought AJ was going to lose. I was going to make the prediction like today. Like today's like almost like a week away from the fight, from Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, right? Last week, a week before the fight, I was going to drop the prediction and I was going to pick AJ to win. And just before I made the video, I was watching a video on YouTube and I didn't know that Alexander Usyk actually beat the shit out of Klitschko in sparring. And I was like, what? And my main reason was for picking AJ was, oh, his size and strength is just going to take over in the fight. He's a true heavyweight. Usyk ain't. That's what I was going to go with, you get me? But after I heard he was putting hands on Klitschko, I know he's already dealt with Joe Joyce. He's been fighting middleweights and heavyweights. At first, I was going to pick AJ as well because I heard that Sean Porter beat Usyk. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, how's this guy going to beat AJ? I'll be like fucking mad. But when I'm hearing he's been beating up Klitschko, and obviously we already know what he's done in the cruiserweight division, and he's just fucking... AJ at the same time was just being so nice, and the build-up was just trash, and there was no beast mode from AJ. It was just like, oh, nicey here. AJ's like, I don't know, it was just a joke in my opinion. The build-up was anyway. The fight was a joke as well because AJ looked like a twat. AJ looked soft in there. AJ looked soft. A lot of boxers watching that fight thinking, yeah, I'll fuck AJ up any day. Do you know what I'm saying? Give me 1 week notice, I'll fuck this guy up. That's what people are thinking. And it's probably fucking true, some fighters. But let's just end this video. Let me give you my last little thing on, whatever you fucking call it. I'm going for Tyson Fury in the 10th round, TKO. The referee should stop it in round 10. I feel like Tyson Fury is going to put too much hurt on him to the point where Deontay Wilder is going to be off his feet again, worse than last time. But at first, the fight will be more competitive. I won't be surprised if Deontay Wilder can even hurt Tyson Fury. But sometimes I feel like that would be a mistake. Like that would be the only, like what Deontay Wilder needs to do really is when he lands that right hand, put Tyson Fury out. Do not let him, do not drop him, because if this guy gets up, he's not gonna fight from the outside no more. He's gonna come straight in and maul you. You're not gonna have no straight right hand, and that's the end of you. And he's just gonna maul you and rag you around and do this and that. The referee split it. He's gonna come straight back and rag you around, maul you, and zap your energy. So that's why Tyson Fury's just got this, in my opinion. I do feel like Tyson Fury might just have Deontay Wilder's number. It seems like it, but I won't be surprised, like I said, if it goes either way. I'm going to leave it here for now, people. You man let me know what you think in the comment section. Kingdom of Boxing, I'm out, family. Peace.